Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bootstrap, and today I'm just doing a little quick video for you guys. It's more or less an announcement. Basically, the channel is going to get a pretty serious upgrade. I have recently just got my hands on a new i7 6700K, which I hope to have put together, hopefully actually tomorrow. And then I plan on going ahead and getting some new videos out for you guys and gals, showing the new hardware. I did actually just recently get a new Etho Pro and a all-in-one liquid cooler. I do plan on doing a custom loop here within the next couple of months, having blown all the money I did on the new hardware. But what I picked up was, of course, an i7 6700K. Also got an Asus Z170 AR motherboard. And to go along with that, I have 16 gigabytes of DDR4, 32 megahertz memory. So should be a very nice system. And of course, I'm going to be migrating my SSDs, which I have in RAID, as well as my 2970s to the new rig. I was very close to thinking about getting a 980 Ti, but I'm kind of gonna wait here a little bit and run the 970s for a little bit and see what sort of graphics cards are going to be coming out either later this year or early next year with NVIDIA and AMD, and see what comes up, because the next thing I also want to go ahead and get is a 4K monitor. And I wasn't sure if necessarily I want to go with the Ti now, especially if the new cards are come out with 4K in mind. They may be optimized better to run that resolution and have the necessary horsepower to go ahead and run games at really good frame rates at that particular resolution. But I know now I'll definitely have the CPU horsepower for it, that's for sure. And of course, the FX has done me really well. I've had a good year with it. It's been a good learning experience. As you can see here, our game is running at a very nice frame rate. For the most part, that opening scene, we ran at a very nice, comfortable frame rate. So, if you're on a tight budget, AMD's chips are still very, very viable for gaming anyway. I got my FX chip and motherboard combo for like $210, I believe. Just in comparison, the i7 combo with motherboard was $510. So there are still some pretty serious price differences, especially when you get to the high-end processors for Intel, obviously. But it's something I needed to do for the channel, because if I'm going to be doing tech or doing reviews, the reality of it is you really need to have processors that are going to be better suited to show the best of what can be done. Like I said, not to say that these are bad processors. They're just not as good as Intel's, and that's just the reality of it. Down there, I haven't played this in so long, and I actually, when I got the new stuff, I actually picked up a new mouse, which I really like. It's the SteelSeries Rival. I know it's not new to a lot of people, but I just picked it up, and it's awesome how sensitive it is and how responsive it is. The only problem I have with it is it takes a while to get used to it after you've been playing with a different type for a while. And it wasn't until I found out that I was actually playing with a lot more I was playing with a lot more acceleration on my mouse than I thought I shouldn't have. Yeah, that thing I was playing with before was a colossal piece of shit. Where'd that dude go? Oh, he's in here. He turn invisible? We will find you, and we will kill you. You're dead. Oh, I'm out of ammo already? Oh, shit. Guess I should pay attention to the HUD, too. But anyway, guys, like I said, this was just more of an informational video as to what I'm planning on doing. If you guys have any questions, please do feel free to leave them in the comments. You know, anything that why the i7 instead of the i5 or anything like that, or you know, do I hate my AMD or is the AMD still worth it? You know, or things like that. Or if you have questions on overclocking your chip, I was actually lucky. I think I've got a really nice one. I'm able to get 4.5, as you can see, megahertz on my core on my FX chip at only using 1.36 volts, which is pretty good for AMD. I know on Intel that's like way high, but on AMD that's really not bad to achieve this type of overclock. And I'm just using a simple Corsair Hyper Evo 212 to cool it, so I'm not using any fancy cooling at all. Also, let me know what you guys think. Should I keep the FX and just build another test rig and do comparisons between the two chips, especially with DX12, being able to use more cores and be a lot friendlier, at least in theory that's what we're hearing, be a lot friendlier to the FX chips than DX12 was. You know, we'll see. I'll be interested to see that, and if you guys think I should go ahead and instead of just retiring this chip, go ahead and build a little test PC so I can kind of do little checks between. That was a bit messy. You know, that might be something I'll think about. I'm hoping also here soon we'll get some games worth of shit that are worth reviewing, because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not a huge fan of third-person shooters, and I really didn't have any interest in Tom Clancy's Division. I kind of just didn't feel that thing was going to be too good. But, you know, if something good comes out, I'm willing to spend the money, and if you guys want to see it, I will do that. And I want to say I have picked up a few subscribers over the last couple of weeks. I'd like to thank everybody that has subscribed to the channel. I know it's not anything huge, but it does mean a lot to me that people care to see some of the content that I'm creating. And I really do appreciate that, because that's freaking awesome, man. I have no particular training in anything. Everything I've learned on PCs, I've learned on my own through trial and error and through YouTube videos that have helped me out. Wow, we got some serious frame drips there, didn't we? Drips? Did I say frame drips? You know, so anything I can do to give back, you know, if you guys are new to PC gaming, I'm not going to say I know everything. I clearly do not. My knowledge is somewhat limited, just having been, you can see me, didn't you? New to PC gaming, but you know, I've learned a fair amount fairly quickly. I think I've taken to it pretty well, and if it's something you know, you guys have questions for, I know a lot of YouTube channels that get kind of big don't want to, you know, answer questions and things like that because they feel it's just not something that they want to do. Wow, that was a really shitty dip I had there. Wow. Forget that. But you know, I'll be happy to help in any way I can. Like I said, I was helped along the way, and I feel that you know, I would owe it to someone if they needed help to help them out as well. So I am so needing to get used to this mouse. Alright. So yeah, just wanted to say, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I know nothing special or spectacular, but just something to keep in mind. And I cannot... I wonder if I've got my mouse sensitivity turned up in this video. I really should need, because this mouse has no acceleration, and of course we don't want any acceleration. I definitely feel like there's some going on. Okay, so anyway, if you guys have questions, let me know. If you guys have questions as to why I made the change, or I'm going to be making the change, let me know. And hopefully, you know, as we go down the road, I'm planning on also getting a 4K monitor and uploading a lot of 4K content for you guys as well. So there'll be a lot of changes coming within this year, and certainly one thing I hope to do is be able to provide more content as well. But like I said, I'd like to have more games to do that aren't boring as shit to me. I have uploaded some indie titles for dirt cheap that are, to be perfectly honest with you, I feel more fun, or would be more fun than things like The Division. I don't know why, I just never got into it. Where is this last dude? Is he down here? Did I miss him? Where are you? Where are you? Is it up here? I guess I can just go ahead and do that. Oh, do I have to kill them all first? Can I just... Yeah. Oh, no, he's here. Hey, buddy. But anyway, guys, hope you guys are all having a good weekend. Whatever's left with it, enjoy. The next time you guys will see one of my videos, it will be with my new hardware. Until then, everybody have a good one. Bootstrap.